We should just play Atomic Dog by George Clinton at the beginning of these. It would accomplish what we're doing.
Meow.
What was that? A rogue meow.
Some stupid cat in here.
Star Wars rogue meow. I'd watch an all-cat remake of Star Wars.
I hate you.
I'd also watch an all-black remake of that Russell Crowe sailing movie called Massa and Commander.
Anyways, we are on to the next week of the worst year of our life.
Come on, man.
Where's the wink?
Don't look at me with a cartoonish open grin.
The worst year of our lives.
June 19er.
2000, the year of our Lord.
Coming to you from Billings, MT.
Billings or Billings?
I assume everyone who lives there says Billings.
Pretty sure it's Billings.
Yeah. Billings, Montana.
Bills, Montana.
I'm Drew.
I'm Scott.
I'm Kelly.
We watched this with a fourth person, Daniel Makabe.
He's gone.
Who slept through 90% of the show.
He's cute without the E, cut from the team. He's also just plain cute without the E.
He was given the option at the beginning to go home and go to bed.
Yeah, we're like, Dan, you could go home.
We watched Geostorm.
And then Dan wasn't sure if his bed was comfier than the floor.
He asked if a floor would be... If there is a floor out there,
if such a floor exists.
Yes.
We think they haven't cracked the technology yet.
No. So we somehow managed to trick Dan into leaving by pretending like Kelly was also leaving.
Yeah. To the point where Kelly exited the house.
Everybody exited the house.
And then, as I was staying, as I was going to reposition my car, I see Kelly having this crisis of conscience in the driveway, and he's like pacing back and forth feverishly. And then, short story long, here's Kelly.
No,
so an elaborate ruse apparently to trick Dan.
I dropped my keys, so I couldn't find them.
That's what you did.
In the dark.
Yeah.
So this episode of Nitro there was some pre-show controversy. This is the show where the first time Vince Russo quits.
Yes. Yeah. So
there was a temper tantrum.
So unbeknownst to us, Luger Elizabeth Kimberly Page quit. Because of Russo and his hatred of women, basically.
Well, and he wanted to force them both to wrestle.
He wanted to force both women to wrestle.
And neither of them wanted to wrestle because, hey, guess what? They're not wrestlers.
And also he treated them both like garbage because, as previously mentioned, he hates women.
Yeah. But I mean, how else do you treat women?
And then the WCW financial higher-up said, and Luger quit out of solidarity with Liz. And I guess he hated Russo too. Surprise, someone hated Russo. And the higher-up said, we're paying Lex Luger so much money that we can't afford to have him not on the show. And I guess Russo couldn't... Russo coming back would be admitting defeat, so he quit. He quit
and then ignored phone calls from everyone.
Yes.
Wouldn't get in contact with a single person in the company. And part of the argument also was with Bischoff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bischoff is in charge, but is not on television.
Yeah, no Bischoff on TV either.
So, the cat is in power.
Yeah, on screen it was all cat as far as authority figures tonight.
But before we get deeper into this, real quick, Ernest Miller has absolutely no right to have had a career in wrestling.
Here's the thing
that spanned what?
But wasn't he good when he first showed up?
I don't.
Yeah,
I think he was just more easily hidden.
Yeah,
because he was a lower mid card guy. Yeah, and just doing karate.
When he was a brand new rookie, he was good for a rookie.
Yeah,
and then not only did he not improve, he actually got actively worse.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Funny, this is the second time Drew and I are getting married.
Mind melds
after this because this is our second mind meld. Here's a thing that is in my notes. Cat's career screen time to talent ratio is absurd.
Absurd.
It's crazy.
How he wrestled from 98 to 2007.
97.
Because he debuted
97 to 2000.
He debuted a team with Glacier.
That's true.
Wrath and Mortis.
10 years,
Yeah.
Ernest Miller had a professional wrestling career on national television.
He was in a good Darren Aronofsky movie.
Yes.
Noah.
Yes. he played one of the... No, I can't say it.
In
I can't say
Oh,
it.
man, we got so close.
In 2009, he played George Foreman, an HBO biopic that everybody saw.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
That never got filmed.
But...
So let's start the show off.
So, they did a recap of Thunder. It seemed like 100 things happened on Thunder.
It seemed like more things happened on Thunder that were important than on last week's Nitro.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, other than Paige
Even though I
winning
think-
and Flair retiring.
Was there a world title change on Nitro last? No, that was the week before, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, it's been Jarrett for a couple weeks now. I'm just always so flabbergasted when someone is world champion for, like, more than one Nitro.
An extended period of time.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Well, don't worry, he doesn't hold that much longer, so...
So the beginning of the Thunder highlights started with us getting spooked by Spaghetti. As Nash popped out of a fern.
Spaghetti!
and spooked, was it Russo there?
Yeah.
It was Russo on Thunder, yeah.
Wearing a 3-0 t-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has he beat Flair 3 times or something?
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah. So that was fun. But yeah, it seemed like a whole bunch of things happened. That was the only... That was apparently... Oh, and they alluded that I guess Rick Steiner sort of turned face.
No, Scott saved Rick from a beatdown.
Yeah.
And then that kind
Which
of
sort
made
of
Rick turn face.
Because they were basically faces tonight. Because they were against
hundreds
the
of
heels.
faces.
Yeah. So yeah, but most importantly, spooky. So we start. Oh, and yeah, this brings us to the beginning of the show and our earlier mind meld, which starts with Horace in the ring. Horace Hogan is opening Nitro.
Nitro.
You know how, like, on Raw, like, counter to this, like, Vince McMahon and Steve Austin and The Rock are opening Raw. Horace is WCW's answer to that.
Bald goatee.
Bald goatee. That's all. Also, Horace's goatee is stupid.
Yeah.
It goes, like, way up his jaw.
Yeah. Everything.
I don't like it.
Everything about Horace is stupid.
Yeah.
But yes, his facial hair is atrocious.
Yeah. So, and, like, 2 seconds into Horace being on screen, like, Drew turns to me and he says, what is with fucking Horace on these shows? Do you remember Horace, like, having this kind of push?
I don't remember Horace having this much involvement in 2000 WCW.
At which point, I turn my notepad to Drew, which the third line of which reads, Horace in ring, I have no recollection of Horace ever being on TV this much. What the fuck?
It's all about family, brother.
So
I remember him in one thing back in 2000, and that was when he was fighting Hogan, and I thought he was just there for one time, like one night.
Yeah, I remember like one thing with Hogan in 2000 and the Flock is my recollection of Horace.
Yeah, or like in '98 or whatever when he did he turn on the Ultimate Warrior?
They probably did something in the
they
Hogan
did
Warrior
something
angle.
along
I don't know
those,
exactly what, but he was there. He was there, and fucking Brutus was there, because why not?
Brother Brutai.
Anyone that
The
knew...
disciple, please.
Yeah.
If you will.
Anyone who
knew Hogan.
Everyone who is related to Hogan or used to let Hogan fuck them in the butt.
Yes.
Had a thing.
Yeah, anyone who once used the last name Boulder, basically.
Yeah. Or Bulea.
Or Bulea. So Horace was out there. Kat came out, made a series of unintelligible threats towards maybe Horace and maybe other members of the roster. Who's to say?
You couldn't understand them, so you don't know who they were against.
Nash and Steiner come out. Steiner gets bleeped. The first word he says.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which.
I don't think we could tell what he said.
He was saying something to Nash, but he didn't.
Yeah, it was off mic.
It was off mic.
He had the mic to his mouth, moved the mic away from his mouth, said the N word to Nash. I'm assuming,
or Medeja or something.
And then so and then Nash sort of made veiled threats to fuck the Cat for all 2 hours of Nitro.
Yeah, he's gonna be in him deep.
Yeah. Cat runs away and assaults a crowd member in the process.
That was weird.
He
runs away from Nash and Steiner through the crowd. The camera cuts away, but then immediately cuts back to him grabbing a random.
He kind of ran past them, then went back, grabbed him, and shook him violently.
The only thing I can imagine is that fan, as he was running by, called him the N-word.
Sure.
And then he turned around and said, "What did you say?" Bam, grab him.
This is you can't spell Nitro without N. On to the first match. Nope. There's a quick brawl backstage between the Perfect Event and Rick Steiner and Tank.
Yeah.
And
Because Tank and Steiner attacked them on Thunder, I think was what it was. And then that's when Steiner
was
made the
Steiner
save.
Yeah. Then we had our first match. Easily top couple matches in the year 2000 so far.
And in like the last 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
3 count Young Dragons.
Both
of whom on screen for the first time in a few months.
I think 3 count was maybe 2 months, and Young Dragons was maybe 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon's last match was probably the other match with 3 count.
I think so.
March or
March,
something.
and then we said that the 3 count match was getting beat up by Terry Funk.
Yeah, which is maybe April.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Yang with the best comeback ever.
Oh my god.
Or hot tag.
Just doing
Sorry.
karate.
Yeah, the 110-pound Jimmy Yang does this killer all Bruce Lee comeback.
Yeah.
Like the rapid fire punches to the gut and all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. He was wild. When 3 count was getting the heat, and they tagged in Shane Helms.
God.
Helms did a flying sunset flip 7/8 of the way across the ring.
But it was like a swanton.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
Match was fun.
All 3 members of 3 count have awful accents.
Oh man, yeah, there's
Mostly Shannon and Shane.
Yeah, all 3 3 count members, North Carolinians. All 3 sound like North Carolinians, and not like fancy boy band members.
Yeah.
They neglected that when putting the gimmick together, but it's kind of funny anyway. 3 count win with a triple team facebuster. He gets him like a wheelbarrow facebuster, and the other 2 basically push him, which I believe the announcer's called a big splash.
A big splash, yeah.
Because and that was followed by a pretty awesome Lance Storm debut / run-in as a face, which
I forgot about that.
Which does not last long.
Not
Lance
very long
is a
at
heel
all.
real
Not
quick.
long at all. Yeah, I think by Bash of the Beach he's a heel.
Yeah. So he does an awesome springboard drop kick.
Yeah. Then does super kick.
Then a super kick. Then a really nice high drop kick. And then a no hand somersault plancha. And Lance not really known for his dives.
Not necessarily, but he's pretty athletic.
He's got
and like we
great.
said, he's pretty young at the time. We looked it up, and he was 29,
something like that. Yeah,
28.
And it was good. And then ran back off through the through the crowd.
Yeah. A lot of crowd running tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of crowd was way into this match.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it was a fun wrestling match, and that's all the fucking WCW crowd has wanted for 2 years and haven't got it.
Crowd's really into this whole show.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's partially because you live in Billings, Montana, and
you need something in your life.
What the fuck else are you gonna do? But this show actually had a decent amount of actual wrestling with no bullshit, other than maybe 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah, but no, this was a much better show overall.
Yeah.
Than actually Ricky Shane Page's prediction coming true.
Yeah, he did say it was going to get better towards towards the end.
He's like, it's okay. Then it gets real bad. Then it gets pretty good again. Then it gets way worse. Then it gets okay at the end. And so we're in one of the good.
We're in the good pocket.
Yeah, we're at one of the.
We're in the good burger.
We're in the good burger. Lance Storm. How about Prance Storm and he's a gay guy? Is that a gimmick?
Sure.
How about Jim Nance Storm and he plays with the Cleveland Cavaliers?
All right, next.
I just remembered a joke I wrote that I'll never get to make now. It's a PS joke, strong word. But because he's off the show now, but I looked back through my notes and I just saw big T more like low T. But I'll never get to say it, unfortunately, except right now. Big Vito and Johnny the Bull had a hardcore match backstage. Vito just absolutely kicked his ass for a while.
Yeah, there's only one funny part.
Johnny made a comeback and hurt himself. Because he hit him with a
They said it was a broomstick,
Yeah,
but I
I was
don't...
going to say, it wasn't a cane, but it was wood.
It was just like,
Yeah,
I think it was just doweling, like wood doweling.
Yeah, so he whacked Vito over the head, and then the part that broke off came back and like, stabbed Johnny in the head, like he could have lost an eye.
Yeah.
He was definitely bleeding after.
Yeah. And then, leading up to this, leading up to this, they showed, I guess they had a match on Thunder, which had, like, a pretty rad, because Vito does that big, like, lifting, swinging DDT, so he did that to Johnny off the apron through a table.
The Code of Silence.
I did not know that. Learned something new.
How about Big Vito?
Which looked really good, and then, so they had to one-up themselves on Nitro, the A show, where he did it off a scaffolding onto table on like a concrete floor.
Yep.
So good for them. So that looked cool. And Vito won, retained the hardcore title. Terry Funk appears out of nowhere and like helps Johnny, and he's like, hey,
I'm gonna mentor you.
Yeah.
Your dick's gonna fall off in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, baby.
T-minus 2
Count
weeks.
down to urethra gate. Okay. Drew said he's skipping that one. Drew is wrongo. Drew is seeing that.
We've seen it too many times.
The whole time we're recording that podcast, I'm
clockwork oranging you
my
for that.
dick is gonna be screaming the whole podcast.
I would like to test the physiological reaction of me, like, slapping you in the dick at the moment of impact as you're watching it. I want to see what it does to you.
I think the only upside to urethra gate is that
those are words that should not be said.
If people listening to this have never seen it before or heard of it before,
do yourselves a
and
favor.
then they go on the network and watch it, and then they have the same reaction that Kelly and I had when we watched it at Dan's that time, like 7 times in a row, and they just scream in pain holding their own dick. If that happens, then you know what? Then I'm okay with watching it.
My goal is in a few months, like my dream in a few weeks, when
if you live that long.
Sure, God willing, is for like WWE to be looking at their network stats and wondering why they have this massive spike on July 3rd, 2000 Nitro.
But only this,
right in the middle of the show? Nothing before or after?
Oof.
Yeah.
Goes from a 0 to 300 views.
Yeah, that's the dream. So, MIA is backstage. She's singing Paper Planes. Oh no. Hey, Macarena! Okay, did we just end the podcast? It's not getting better.
Kill it.
Oh man. It's okay, I got the thumbnail. How did that happen? Does anyone know? Should Los Del Mar be suing MIA?
I'm gonna look it up, see if there's a mashup.
God damn. So they were backstage. We haven't heard him talk for a while, but we were reminded that Van Hammer / Private Stash / Major Stash is mentally retarded.
Yeah, he's not good at the talking.
So G.I. Bro was giving the other Misfits a pep talk, and he was telling everyone to watch everyone's back.
Yeah.
And Van Hammersley, as played by Bob Odenkirk on Mr. Show, I was like, yeah, I can watch anybody's back. He was like retarded Sylvester Stallone.
But like Booker T didn't even let him finish. He's like, I don't fucking care. Like,
Booker heard him start talking.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I gotta save this.
Yeah, like you're supposed to give me a 1-word answer. Not a...
So G.I. I'm calling him Booker. G.I. Bro basically quits MIA, promotes Captain Rection to General Rection. So now that piece of the puzzle is coming to place. I'm like, how did he become General Rection? Now we know. Booker T promoted him.
But how did he promote him? Because he gave him something.
Booker T was wearing a hat, and he promoted Captain to General, and everyone knows when you are promoted from Captain to General, you receive a black man's hat.
A black man's black baseball cap.
Yep. And then you try to put it on, and miss! Just straight miss. Yeah. It was amazing.
And then just quit.
And then, well, he accepted his fate.
Yeah.
He's like, well, no hats for me.
Whoa,
okay,
no hat.
I'll be head trainer for some reason someday. I don't need a hat.
Shitty things, but anyways.
Yeah, that was everything for that. Canyon promo in the ring.
Well, no, and then they look on the TV, and Canyon's coming to the ring, and Booker says that, like, this is
Okay.
what's ruining the company.
Canyon's ruining the company. People with weak chins and lisps are ruining the company.
Yeah. So then Booker says, like, we as a unit need to, like, stop this shit from happening.
G Unit.
It's a little early for G Unit.
We're getting there. We're 3 years away.
Sure. That's a little early.
It's coming.
You're busting your load pretty quick there, bud. Then at that point, then Canyon gets to the ring.
Yeah.
Does his stupid, silly...
He did a couple, like, funny page things.
Yeah. And then while cutting his promo was doing a lot of the David Arquette... Yeah!
P.S. There's a guy in Geostorm that has, like, 2,000 David Arquette hair, and I hated him.
Yes.
What's his name? I forgot.
Jim Sturgis.
Sturgis, that's right. Owner...
Star of
heir,
screen and stage.
heir to the Sturgis Bike Rally fortune.
Yes. Nailed it.
Booker comes in on Canyon, does all of his moves. They all look good.
Yep.
He does an awesome Harlem sidekick.
Yep.
And tears off his tearaway camel pants, revealing Booker gear.
Yep.
And the metamorphosis is complete.
J-Bro, dead. Booker T.
Franz Kafka would be proud.
It was the first time I've seen Booker T do moves without someone blowing them, so he must have been very happy. Man.
Yeah, I bet Booker was psyched, because Booker's like been working hard all year
Yeah.
with nothing.
The worst people, yeah. Like, literally, the worst people.
Yeah.
Two
he-
skinheads.
Yeah.
And, like...
Oh, yeah, he
Two
has-
skinheads, and then his fat shit brother and their fat friend.
Yeah.
Although, we have to admit, I mean, as much as
Big T, more like low T.
as much as Big T was just a disaster of a human being,
He was the best thing on 2000 Nitro, and
He
the
gave-
only person I've used as a thumbnail twice for
he
these shows.
gave us one of the best moments in Nitro history.
Falling down.
Trying to dive
Oh, yeah.
over the
Oh, my
guardrail.
God.
No, that wasn't on a pay-per-view?
No, it was on Nitro.
Was it Nitro?
Yeah, it was on Nitro. It was one of the last Nitros he was there.
Yeah,
And, beautiful.
he's given us a lot of gifts. He gave us that. He gave us just that crazy series of blown stuff.
Pink tracksuit.
He gave us that pink velour tracksuit.
So
Oh.
good. I miss Big T.
I mean, I'll happily do a velour tracksuit. Even I can't do pink.
Well, no, because you're the wrong color, but
Yeah,
other people can.
yeah. Pink would not go well with my tones. I would just look all pink.
I must be craving pink dick.
I need that pink dick. Horace versus Goldberg. For some reason, Goldberg is 100% the face. Even though he's a heel.
Without a doubt.
Here's the structure of the match, and you tell me who's who. Goldberg gets some shine initially. Horace cuts him off and gets a bunch of heat on him. Then Goldberg no-sells the fuck out of it, spears him, jackhammers him, wins. Everyone cheers their asses off.
Yeah.
But then Goldberg tries...
And then Goldberg tries to choke him unconscious
Yeah,
afterwards.
to save it, yeah.
Just to let you know that
Yeah.
you're wrong about who you cheered for, I guess. Oh, and there was a nasty gorilla press under the guardrail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Horace did not know how to
Landed
take
bad.
that bump.
Yeah.
He landed right on his ribs.
Then we got the Cat versus Kevin Nash for Scott Hall's contract. Scott Hall has not been on TV in 4 months and will never be on TV again.
You don't know that.
I do. I'm from the future.
We're gonna watch, and it's gonna be revealed whether or not he returns.
Well, I guess we'll all find out together.
That's the point.
So, what happened in the first spot in the match?
They blew it.
Did they blow it, or
Cat
did...
blew it.
Yeah.
Nash threw a line. Cat was...
Was he supposed to duck?
I think Cat was supposed to take it. Because he did duck, and Nash looked very surprised at this turn of events.
And then backed him in the corner and gave him awful knee lifts,
Yeah.
or like thigh lifts.
Yeah, so after Nash was on it for a while, how do you figure they transitioned to the heel getting offense?
Like a real clever counter, I bet.
real interesting series of reversals? Or did he punch him in the dick like everyone does to everyone?
Twice.
Yeah.
The classic low blow transition, blah, blah, blah. Nash drops him out of the sky onto his tailbone with a jackknife.
Now,
Yeah,
here's
The end.
Here's the thing. It's fucking... Nobody wants to take anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's 2000.
Nobody wants to take moves. Nobody wants to wear gear. Nobody wants to be on a wrestling show.
No one help. Like, every time Nash has a jackknife, no one helps him. They don't post. They
Yeah,
don't do
he
anything.
jumped real shitty.
Yeah.
And, like, Go back to like the really early go back to 1990 or even like maybe like 88 or something like that. Watch white guys taking power bombs from like Tenru or something like that. That's what it looks like. Guys who like don't want to do it or don't know
or
how
don't
to
know
take
what
it,
the move is. Yeah.
That's what it looks like in 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you've had time to learn. The powerbomb is accepted in years that start with 2.
And I think that a lot of people forget the fact that if you take the move properly,
you're fine.
You are less likely to get hurt.
Yeah,
as opposed to
break your tailbone when you land shaped like a V.
Yeah, or like elbow down, arm down, like roll onto your shoulder, like just take the fucking. Now, to be fair, you're falling from a very high height.
Yeah,
like it is probably scary.
Yeah.
But come on.
The fucking, like, Rey fucking Mysterio takes it better.
Yeah.
He's the one who takes it good because he doesn't have to post because he's so small.
Rey doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Rey's taken that move.
Yeah.
So after the match...
Oh, he goes out because Miller handcuffed the thing to the pig.
Yep.
And he handcuffed the briefcase.
Slapped it around his hoof.
Yeah. And then so Nash gets the key, unlocks it, and he goes to get the contract, but it's...
Well, it's just photos of Ernest Miller. What a swerve.
Then he goes after Miller.
So what happened after he goes to get the contract? Does Ernest Miller no-sell the jackknife?
Kind of does. He's sort of fine in the ring right after the jackknife.
This show is all about no-selling finishers.
There are a number of finishers no-sold here. Then Goldberg comes on the screen. He has Scott Hall's contract, and then he eats it, prompting the line, the real line said on television, Goldberg just ate Scott Hall's contract.
Is it still valid? Goldberg challenges Nash for Bash of the Beach.
For Scott Hall's contract. How are we getting that contract?
It's in his belly.
Okay.
So he beats him.
He's gonna cut him open like a shark.
Yeah.
He's gonna get like
a
Scott Hall's contract
and like a tire and so he'll spill out of his tummy into the ring.
And 3 gallons of cum, just like Rod Stewart.
Hangs Goldberg up by his legs, cuts him open, gets everything open, and then someone will be like, "Oh, what kind of wrestler is that?" That's a Goldberg. Oh, what?
Then another match, amazingly. The Cruiserweight Champion, Lieutenant Loco, defending against Rey Mysterio Jr., defending against the Artist in a triple threat.
This was
dance.
a fucking mess.
One of these things is not like the others.
The Filthy Animals come up first. Disco unironically amuses me. I like him. I like what he's about. I know all of his opinions in wrestling are stupid.
Yes.
But I like him. And he's a competent wrestler.
They did also refer to him as Dim Shady.
They did call him Dim Shady. Conan gets on the mic, immediately calls everyone faggots, and gets bleeped.
Yeah,
Which was great.
Yeah.
Ray, maskless.
Leather.
Ray looks like a Make-A-Wish kid whose wish was to wear pleather overalls.
Yeah.
A Make-A-Wish kid whose dream was to look like Mace.
But not be as retarded. I wrote very little about this match, but it was short.
It was very sloppy and it was very short.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a point where Ray hit his finish, like the big leg drop, and then, like...
Yeah.
There was, like, the awkward breakup by the Artist, and it was like, what the fuck
is going on? Then they had, like, a 3-way spot where, like... Chavo and Artist were fighting.
Who? Sorry?
Artist?
Before that?
Chavo.
Who?
Lieutenant Loco.
Lieutenant Loco.
Thank you.
I apologize. Stricken from the record. We're fighting on the ropes, and then Ray, Chavo, kicked Artist, and their business was concluded, and Ray was, waiting to do a move, and, started to do the move, and then Artist did not turn around, so Ray had to stop doing the move. And stand there and wait for him.
Yeah, well, Chavo was on the top for too long too, right?
Oh, yes,
where he was supposed to get crotched. Yeah,
because first Artist and Ray were doing something, and Chavo was waiting,
and Chavo was just standing there waiting for the Artist.
And then
to turn
Chavo
around,
and Artist did something, and Ray had to wait. The timing was not great.
No, maybe because one of them is fucking the worst.
Yeah, Artist is bad.
He's definitely in the bottom 5.
He's not good.
He's definitely down there.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ray gets crotched on the top. Chavo hits a good tornado DDT. He's been hitting them nicely lately. I think he's hit a few good ones on the artist, actually. And Chavo retains.
Maybe the story we need to be telling here is that Chavo should have never changed back to Chavo Guerrero. If he had stayed as Lieutenant Loco,
Probably.
he'd be good.
Yeah.
Goes to Chavo, fakes an injury, so he doesn't have to wrestle Sin Cara anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Chavo's reign of doing anything good is ending soon.
Yeah.
Then we get a David Flair and Daphne promo. I wrote, David is the worst in all capitals. He's the worst wrestler. He's the worst promo. I can't believe Ric Flair is his biological father.
Actor.
It's amazing.
His acting is maybe the worst in professional wrestling.
It's embarrassing. He,
negative charisma.
I don't think he actually wants to do any of this stuff.
I don't think he does.
I don't think so either.
I think he was dragged into this.
I think he's being forced. He signed a contract, and he can't get out of the contract.
Yeah. I think it's amazing he didn't start doing black tar heroin.
The wrong son died.
Everyone agrees. Rick agrees. Ashley agrees.
Ashley definitely agrees.
Yeah, Ashley could just be doing fun gymnastics
She
somewhere.
could just be a regular person.
Yep. She could be.
But instead, she's got to live her dead brother's dream.
And have nudes on the internet.
Yeah, gross nudes, though.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sorry, Charlotte.
Rick has jerked off to those so many times.
I mean, probably, but I don't want to talk about it.
I'm assuming he's got a boner, but who knows?
It seemed like something between David and Daphne happened on Thunder. Maybe they got married? I don't know.
They were supposed to get married.
But something happens.
And there's some Tory or Miss Hancock stuff.
So David was like apologizing to Daphne, and then he took her to the car, and they were going to leave, and then he said, "Oh, let me just go get something." And then he goes and fucks Stacy Keibler, and they forgot they were on TV, and then Daphne just watches, and it was pretty funny.
And screams.
Yeah. Then we get another title match. There are 4 title matches on this show.
Hey,
That's
gotta
fucking
make the
crazy.
fans in Billings, Montana happy.
Get
That's where the money is.
tag team champions, the perfect event against the new face team, Rick Steiner and Tank Abbott. Rick Steiner is 350 pounds of pure muscle.
Yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah.
He's on the Scott diet at
Rick
this point.
Steiner might be bigger than Scott right now.
I don't know.
He's so big.
I don't know if that's...
No, I know.
But, like,
I know.
he's big.
He's gigantic.
Scotty's a fucking monster.
Rick-
he's not even human at this point.
Rick Steiner dwarfs Tank Abbott.
Yeah, big time.
Which is crazy.
Like, his traps and shoulders are fucking
And Tank's a
huge.
big guy.
Yeah, Tank's a big fat guy.
He's a big fat guy, but big nonetheless.
big fat party animal.
Is he wearing a
I
Hawaiian
bet
shirt?
he's wearing Hawaiian shirts.
Man, he's both of the things that wear Hawaiian shirts. That's awesome. Maybe he wears 2.
Double Hawaiian shirts.
This one's because I'm fat. This one's because I'm gay. What did I write? Rick is huge. Chuck Palumbo got our back in time Lake House letters about fixing his stupid boots, and he has nice normal height boots now, and looks 100% less stupid.
Way better.
Yeah.
He looks like a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
now.
like his legs don't look all chickeny.
He looks totally
and-
normal.
yeah. The only thing I remember about this match really is that Tank did nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Tank ran away in the first 30 seconds, I think, to chase the same fan that Cat beat up.
It was It was the same guy who also called Tank a fag, so Tank had to go chase him down to make out with him.
I guess that's maybe their way of keeping Tank heel and Rick face.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Make them feud with each other
Although
now.
Tank goes face really soon anyway and joins up with 3Count.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they know what they're doing at this point. Like, this is literally just like a clusterfuck of Russo's gone, we just need to do something until we can get to whatever we're figuring out. But Rick was kind of badass in this match.
Here's what I know. Rick threw Chuck Palumbo 10 feet in the air with a German suplex.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He did a bunch of suplexes, and he was really Rick, if he can continue his trend, he might make his way
Might
up
be
that
cracking the
list.
top 5.
Now, though, explain to me the finish of this match.
Very labored.
So Rick came off the top with a double axe handle or something, and Stasiak hit him with the Lex.
No, he was going for the Bulldog.
Right. And then he turned around
on Chuck.
on Chuck, and
then
Chuck
Chuck
bashed him
had the little flexi flexor thing.
Yeah, and then the two of them, Palumbo and Stasiak, awkwardly position Rick in the middle of the ring and slowly lift him up in this very low impact double flapjack.
Yeah.
And pin him.
Yep.
Because
Which this was a match where Dan was awake,
Yes.
And prompted him to say, "Is that the finish?" And you replied with, "You're goddamn right, that's the finish. If you don't think that's the finish, you haven't been watching enough." Which he wasn't, because he was sleeping through most of it.
And if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space.
Sure.
No Fear shirt taught us that.
Sure.
Brings us to a Vampiro Dale Torborg promo, not a Vampiro Demon promo.
Because we got some demon stuff on Thunder.
And Torborg doesn't want to be the demon anymore.
They're like
It's
playing...
It's too scary?
They're playing that he's like has split personalities.
Yeah.
So like sometimes he's the demon and sometimes he's not. And then his real life
Fiance at the time.
fiance, Asia.
Woo!
Who has a boy voice.
A
real...
I think she's got a little bit more than a boy voice, Scott.
Okay, fair enough.
She puts Kelly's dick to shame.
Oh, mercy.
She makes Kelly look like an infant.
Would you fuck a trans woman?
Asia?
Not necessarily Asia. Would you fuck a trans woman? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against. I'm actually curious.
You're a little bike curious?
Yeah. In that, I would like to ride a trans woman like a bike.
Wait.
I don't
That
know.
implies you're the bottom.
Look, I don't know how to make sex. I've seen pictures.
I know stuff.
What happens? Oh,
Some fun
we do
stuff.
get the second best commentary line of the night, which was, "He's cost the sport the demon."
Heartbreaking. No one will ever see the demon again.
So Vamp and Torborg say stuff to each other. Vamp snaps his fingers. The lights go out. Asia disappears because Vamp has the power to make oppressed minorities go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then he snaps his fingers again, and he disappears. So Vamp is also trans. New revelation.
Yeah.
He can only make trans people disappear.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And then they appear on screen, and
In
I
a
guess
car.
yeah, I
Like
don't know.
Vampiro's like kidnapped her or
In a
something.
hearse.
In a hearse, yes.
Yeah, so Vampire is becoming increasingly more magic.
Yeah. I believe that the reason why this happened is that Vampiro was sad that him and the demon couldn't be friends because they have face paint in common, they have metal in common,
yeah, he
and they
talked
have fire in
Fire.
common.
It's Vampiro's fault they're not friends.
Yeah.
I'm sure Torborg would like to be friends, but Vamp jumped on him off of the thing last week and hurt himself. You're not going to be friends after that. Somehow, they've managed to reform the triple threat from ECW, and Candido, Bigelow, and Shane Douglas are together, which is cool.
Bam Bam back for the first time in a while.
Yeah, been a while since we've seen Bam Bam.
Still wearing a t-shirt.
Still wearing a t-shirt
With over tights.
And a t-shirt with the red and yellow Nitro logo over his tights, which have blue on them, so good color coordination.
Of course.
And I know a thing or two about color coordination, Drew. It's not like I have a jacket, a shirt, and tights that are all slightly different tones.
And like bandana and
Oh, yeah.
and like sometimes you have the gauntlets.
Yeah.
And like and the hood. You have 9 different colors of tiger print that you're wearing all at the same time. You are an embarrassment to the sport of professional wrestling.
It's perfect.
And that's not even talking about your in-ring work.
Oh man, yeah. Let's not get into that. So they showed highlights from Thunder where Chris Candido did not have a broken arm.
Oh, yeah.
But on Nitro, Chris Candido definitely has a broken arm. So I don't know what happened. And they never told us.
They didn't even mention it.
Acknowledge
They
it.
didn't even acknowledge.
Even though it played into the finish of the match.
He walked to the ring in a
He was,
sling.
by the way, he's
In gear.
yeah, in gear, full on broken arm. He's a participant in this match. It is the triple threat versus Chronic and Buff Bagwell. So they have a match. Candido surprisingly does not tag in. Chronic hit both of their singles finishers in the first 30 seconds of the match, and
both, like, awkwardly.
yes.
Cut.
Oh yeah, Adams hitting the Phil Nelson slam was real awkward. Then Buff does a double arm DDT. Is that a thing he did?
It was, yeah.
yeah,
It was,
every
okay.
now and then.
Mark Madden calls it the Kenta Kobashi DDT.
It was Hudson.
No,
It was Hudson who said
sorry,
it.
it was
yeah.
Hudson calls it the Kenta Kobashi DDT,
Yeah.
and Shivani makes fun of him for it
Yeah.
because Tony Schiavone's a piece of shit. Although I can't decide if I like or hate the fact that Tony said in Japan they call it the buff DDT.
I think he was making a joke.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
I can't decide. I just can't decide if I like it. If he's an idiot for making it or not. Chronic get cut off by a double DDT from Bam Bam Bigelow. Both guys named Brian managed to fuck up taking the double DDT in two different ways. Brian Clark bumps early before Bam Bam has even started falling down. Brian Adams bumps directly onto Bam Bam Bigelow's tummy. So it looked great overall. And Bam Bam no-sells that, then takes the high times. No, sorry, the Chronic no-sells the DDT.
Yeah.
They no-sell that. They give Bam Bam the high times. He no-sells that. And then a little something with Buff. Buff gives him the blockbuster.
Oh,
and
dances for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, gives the blockbuster, does a multi-act play in the ring, and then pins him clean.
Yeah. So it sounds like Candido broke his wrist, non-wrestling related.
Oh,
Just like on his own shit.
jacking it in San Diego.
And they didn't replace him because
Who's got the time?
because they literally had nobody else to put in that spot.
Wow.
Like they had nobody else on the roster.
Aren't there 30 other people in the New Blood?
But like, I guess because they wanted to keep it with like that kind of crew, like
Sure.
those type of guys.
I guess there's no one else in the triple threat. There are only 3 of them.
Yeah, and they didn't have anybody else that they thought would fit in that role, so they were just like, Candido could just stand on the apron until the finish.
Yeah, and he did. Oh yeah, and then sorry, he did come out once for a false finish when I guess it was Buff pinning someone, or was it?
No, it was with a Chronic. It was
Chronic.
Brian Clark.
Yeah, Clark pinning someone, and Candido comes in and very daintily taps him as with a magic wand.
Left-handed too. Like,
Yeah, with his
awkwardly
with
uncoordinated.
his legitimately injured arm, because he didn't want to hurt it, and of course I wouldn't expect him to hit him any harder. It just looked really funny.
Yeah. But I think the funny thing about this is, like, in theory, if you're doing something shitty like that and Chronic chases him away, you'd think the heels get the win over Buff. But Buff
is won.
Too hot.
Too hot.
Too hot to touch.
Yeah, Buff wins.
Buff
clean.
wins clean.
Yeah,
And then
Chronic. Then the bad guys attack Buff afterwards.
Just Douglas, right?
I guess just Douglas, yeah. And then Chronic's music plays for them to run back in and save it, which was kind of great.
Awesome.
It must have been a thing in their contract for like, we need our music twice per match.
Also because their music is awesome.
Their music rules.
Even if it is Static X.
Hey, nothing wrong with Static X in 2000. That's like
Sure.
a good band now. No,
I don't
who's,
I don't know music.
Who's music now? Is Drake music?
Sure.
All right,
It's like Chronic coming out to Drake in 2018.
perfect. Main event: Jarrett versus Scott Steiner. Another title match. I feel like we've seen a few Jarrett Steiners. Although, was it last time when they were both heels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then there was a bunch of
weird.
fuck finished.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't happen again.
Wait, no. So Mike Awesome's the ref, calls the match completely clean for a long time.
Totally clean. Yeah. Lets them get away with whatever, doesn't interfere.
They have like a decent brawl. Jarrett goes for like the jab style of chair shot, and the chair opens as he's doing it.
So instead of hitting him in
And
the
it
gut, he hits him in the throat.
Oh, God.
That was good. Steiner gives Jarrett perhaps the most low impact like slingshot or catapult I've ever seen.
Well, it was just like Steiner didn't keep his legs together.
Yeah, not at
so
all.
his legs open. Jarrett kind of was going in the middle.
Yeah.
Luckily, Jarrett
Jarrett just slowly stood up and then
himself
jumped.
up. They also blew a gorilla press that was
Yes.
really bad.
Yeah, gorilla press was not good.
And something else that I feel like I yelled at you to write a note about because of how bad it was.
I think that was the gorilla. It was the gorilla and the slingshot.
But there was something else like right before the gorilla. I think it was
The slingshot was right before the gorilla.
Was it really before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was those two back to back. Steiner gets Jarrett in the recliner. The cat who's on commentary it starts yelling
Grabs the
for
house mic and
yelling for him to break the hold because like is the Steiner
it's an
recliner
illegal.
banned?
It's an illegal choke.
Has that been established, or is that just a thing Cat
I
decided now?
think it was established on. I think they mentioned it in the video for.
Did Steiner
Thunder.
put out Russo?
Steiner
with the
did to
recliner?
Russo, and that's
Okay.
why Russo is not on television
Right.
It's because he's got a injured neck or whatever.
Not because he's a butthurt little pussy.
Yeah. But it's okay. He comes back later and makes somebody else a butthurt.
I was gonna say,
pussy, so.
Russo's back soon. Like, he's back
I think
at the latest
he's-
at Bash
yeah.
at the Beach, if not sooner.
And then he makes somebody else a butthurt little pussy, so...
Even more so.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was established on between Thunder and at the beginning of the show that it's an illegal choke. Not like WWF isn't doing that at the same time or whatever.
Yeah. And,
Go let you know.
so then... And yeah, so then Mike Awesome starts attacking Steiner.
At the orders of the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
To
so-
break the hold by any means necessary, so then he gives him a chair and he blasts him
and
with a
blasts
chair.
him. Steiner no-sells it, basically?
Kind of, yeah. Or like, Jarrett and Awesome try to do stuff to him and he just clobbers them.
Yeah, Steiner makes his own comeback, gets the recliner on Awesome. Jarrett hits him with a guitar, and that's the end of the match. And then Steiner, then Jarrett, Awesome, and Kat all beat up on Steiner. Steiner again makes his own comeback because Scott Steiner and Buff Bagwell are the two hottest properties in this promotion.
Can't fuck with him.
Steiner kills everyone. Goldberg comes in, hits an awesome spear on Steiner, just flattens him.
Yeah.
And
K-Nash comes out.
K-Nash comes out, and they say, you shouldn't have eaten that contract. I'm going to get it out of you. And Goldberg goes, I've already shit. And that's the end of the show. Right? Oh, okay. And now we do the game where it takes so long to turn this off.